As retirement draws near, millions of baby boomers face an unprecedented financial crisis that could jeopardize their golden years. The comfortable retirement once promised seems more elusive than ever, leaving many to wonder what went wrong. In this video, we're diving into the harsh realities of the baby boomer retirement crisis, unraveling the factors that threaten the financial security of those approaching or already in retirement. Stay with us to understand the dangers ahead and how you can prepare to protect your future. First, let's address the elephant in the room: longevity. While living longer might seem like a blessing, it comes with a price. Back in 1960, the average retiree only needed to plan for 12 to 16 years post-retirement. Today, that number has increased to 25 or even 35 years. This extended lifespan means retirees must stretch their savings far beyond what previous generations ever imagined. Without proper planning, many will outlive their savings, facing the grim reality of financial uncertainty in their later years. The idea of enjoying a long life loses its appeal when it's accompanied by the fear of running out of money. Next, we must consider the burden of caregiving. Baby boomers are often sandwiched between caring for aging parents and supporting adult children. Medical advancements have allowed many parents to live longer, but not necessarily healthier lives. This has placed a financial and emotional strain on boomers who find themselves responsible for costly long-term care. On the other side, adult children are taking longer to become financially independent, with many relying on their parents well into their 30s. This dual responsibility drains resources that could have been earmarked for retirement, leaving boomers with less to support themselves when they eventually stop working. Another significant challenge is the inadequacy of Social Security. What was once a reliable safety net has now become a shaky foundation. The Social Security system is under immense pressure due to an aging population and a shrinking workforce. The ratio of workers to retirees has drastically decreased, meaning there's less money going into the system than before. The full retirement age has been pushed to 67, but many boomers are still claiming benefits at 62, the earliest age possible. This decision permanently reduces their monthly benefits, forcing them to rely more on personal savings, which are often insufficient. Additionally, the thresholds for taxing Social Security benefits haven't been adjusted for inflation, leading more retirees to pay taxes on these benefits than ever before. This creates a significant financial burden on those who are already struggling to make ends meet. Debt in retirement is another growing concern. Unlike previous generations who entered retirement debt-free, today's retirees often carry substantial financial obligations into their golden years. According to recent surveys, a staggering 66% of retirees between the ages of 65 and 74 have debt, with mortgages being the most common type. This debt eats into their retirement income, leaving less money available for everyday expenses. The trend doesn't improve much with age. 50% of those over 75 still carry debt. This shift marks a significant departure from past norms, where retirees typically aimed to pay off their debts before leaving the workforce. Now, tougher economic times and easy access to credit have made debt a common companion in retirement, complicating an already precarious financial situation. Compounding these issues is the problem of inadequate retirement savings. The average baby boomer has saved far less than needed to maintain their standard of living throughout retirement. With the median retirement savings hovering around $205,000, most boomers are far from prepared to cover their expenses for 20 to 30 years without a steady income. The 4% rule, a guideline suggesting retirees withdraw 4% of their savings annually, only provides around $8,100 a year from $205,000 in savings. When combined with Social Security, this amount may fall short of what's needed, especially when unexpected expenses arise. For those already burdened with debt, even these modest savings can quickly dwindle, leaving retirees with few options but to cut back on essential spending or return to work. The rising cost of healthcare is another critical factor in the baby boomer retirement crisis. Many retirees underestimate how much they'll need to cover medical expenses, often focusing only on Medicare premiums and supplemental insurance. However, the reality is far more daunting. A retired couple can expect to spend upwards of $330,000 on healthcare throughout their retirement, a figure that doesn't include long-term care costs. Most boomers don't anticipate needing long-term care, yet many will require it, and the costs can be astronomical, averaging about $105,000 per year for a nursing home. These expenses can quickly erode retirement savings, pushing retirees into financial distress. Then there's the pension shortfall. Once a reliable source of retirement income, pensions have become increasingly rare, with many companies shifting to 401k plans instead. This shift places the burden of saving and investing on the individual, rather than the employer. Unfortunately, many boomers have not saved enough in their 401ks to replace the income that a pension would have provided. Moreover, those who do have pensions are finding that they are often underfunded, meaning they may not receive the full benefits they were promised. This shortfall leaves retirees scrambling to fill the gap, often resorting to part-time work or drastic lifestyle changes. Finally, we must consider market volatility. Over the past 50 years, the stock market has generally trended upward, giving many retirees a false sense of security. However, the market's performance is not guaranteed, and periods of high inflation combined with stagnant or declining markets can devastate retirement portfolios. For example, during the stagflation period of the 1970s, the stock market remained essentially flat for nearly a decade, while the cost of living continued to rise. Retirees relying on their investments for income could find themselves in a precarious position if the market experiences another prolonged downturn, with their savings losing value even as their living expenses increase. The baby boomer. Retirement crisis is a significant concern, but it's not insurmountable. While the challenges are real, ranging from increased longevity and rising healthcare costs to inadequate savings and market volatility, there are steps that can be taken to mitigate these risks. One potential solution lies in a combination of personal financial strategies and broader systemic reforms. On a personal level, boomers who are still working can benefit from delaying retirement, even if only for a few years. This delay allows for more time to save, reduces the number of years savings need to last, and can increase Social Security benefits. Additionally, downsizing to reduce living expenses or paying off debt before retirement can free up more income for essential needs. Systemically, there's a need for reform in Social Security, pensions, and healthcare policies to better align with the realities of longer lifespans and changing economic conditions. For instance, adjusting Social Security's taxable income thresholds for inflation could ease the burden on retirees. Expanding access to financial education and retirement planning resources can also help individuals make more informed decisions. While the crisis is challenging, by combining individual action with policy changes, it's possible to alleviate some of the pressures and secure a more stable financial future for baby boomers. In conclusion, the baby boomer retirement crisis is the result of a perfect storm of longer lifespans, inadequate savings, rising healthcare costs, and systemic issues with Social Security and pensions. Each of these factors alone is cause for concern, but together they create a scenario in which many retirees may struggle to maintain their standard of living. It's essential to acknowledge these risks now and take proactive steps to mitigate them. Whether it's by boosting savings, reducing debt, or reevaluating retirement plans, action must be taken to avoid financial hardship in retirement. Meanwhile, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to The Smart Retiree for more content designed to help you navigate the challenges of retirement. Stay informed, stay prepared, and take control of your financial future.